Well, hello, everyone. Hi, hello, Kingdom Health family. We are so glad to be here. Myself and Nurse Sharon, we are here continuing on the discussion on substance use awareness, topic of this addiction. We've talked about it. You just got to catch the replay. It's so good. And today we are discussing the topic on recovery and what it looks like and the story of recovery today. So remember to like, share, let's help others be aware. Um, so let's get started. So
Okay.
Nurse Sharon, you are have been so instrumental in this discussion and opening up our minds, opening up the awareness to the topic of addiction, just from your experience, the encounters that you've had, just in the field. And it's phenomenal what you've been doing. So tell us a little bit about recovery. What is it? What's the story of recovery? What does it look like? How can we identify that we're in recovery? Help us out.
Okay. All right. Well, there's a lot of questions, but I'll tell you what is recovery. All right. Thank you. So recovery. What is recovery? Recovery is the journey a person takes to maintain his or her sobriety in pursuit of health, wellness, purpose, and fulfillment.
Mm,
But one thing you have to think about is that recovery does look different for everyone. It's not the same. It's not cookie cutter. It's not one and done. But know that there are many pathways of recovery that people have choices to take.
mm,
For example, the MAT program, the medicated assisted treatment, which is using synthetic medication to substitute and take away the cravings for the original medications. For example, methadone,
mm,
Suboxone, naltrexone, and Campro for alcohol
mhm,
use. Some other pathways may be faith-based, family support, NA, AA, and 12-step. There are many pathways, but as far as maintaining your recovery, one big thing is that health. You got to take care of
mhm.
your health.
Yeah.
Any kind of diseases or sickness as a result of your active recovery, you have to seek medical treatment and follow up in order to maintain yourself. Mental health wellness, you have to maintain your medications and seek your counseling for that. Home, living in a stable home environment, pursuing purpose and educating yourself and
Mhm,
learning more about what caused your addiction, what's the addiction about, gaining more empowering things to gain insight about your addiction. Staying connected
mhm,
to community is big as well. Um, the recovery community, faith-based community, like we talked about earlier.
mhm,
The biggest thing I can tell you, Dr. Vanessa, about recovery is always a continued journey. Some people may take 1 month and they say, "Oh, I'm finished, I'm done." Nope, it's a lifetime process, and it's a continued growth.
mhm,
Um, what else can I say? Let's talk about the foundation. The foundation of recovery basically is that, you can do it. It has been
Yes.
done. It's been recorded. People have maintained their sobrieties from the time they've started stop use until they leave this earth. So
Wow.
but you have to have hope. Hope is the
Yes.
foundation of recovery. That's one of the biggest principles. You have to believe that through these challenges and these obstacles that you have faced in your active addiction, that you can overcome it. You got to have
Mhm.
that mindset that you can do it and you
Yes.
can't do it alone. I always say you can't do this alone. You need the
Yes.
support.
Yeah.
Support. I think we talked about that before.
Hmm.
Um, I wanted to share something with you. What was really good today.
Yeah.
Um, I told you a quick story earlier about having a conversation with one of my the addiction counselors that I work with, and we
Hmm.
were having a great conversation about some experiences that we had on the job. And it just the light bulb came on. I said, well, hey, let's find out what it means to you to be in recovery. Just
Mm-hmm.
getting the inside look at someone who actually walked it out. Because sometimes you can talk all you want about the books and things and think like, hey, I know this, but
Mm-hmm.
if you
Yeah.
haven't walked the walk, you can't really talk the talk. But he
Yeah.
was able to share some insight on what it means, what it meant for him to be in recovery. It was really touching and insightful. Do you mind me sharing?
Wow. Yeah. Share it with us.
Okay. All right. So it was great. The question was, what does recovery mean to you?
Yeah.
And he basically shared with me. He said basically the first thing was just getting to know who he was, getting back
Mhm.
in touch with the person he was pre addiction.
Wow.
Um, yeah. He
Powerful.
said, yeah, he didn't even know himself before that time. He said he lost track of his own life, who he was,
Wow.
his
Wow.
morals,
Yeah.
family. He didn't have any interest. He didn't have anything but the addiction just consumed him because he said he had began using from a teenager up into an adult. So he missed a lot of milestones, right, of
Wow.
development. So him giving me that testimony, Sharon, was really big. He said that one of the exciting things was through his journey, like I told you, getting to know himself, but also finding out what he wanted to do, what was his
Mhm.
purpose in life, because he had no purpose. And he was so excited to say, I have purpose now. Um,
Mhm.
he said, I feel
Wow.
comfortable in myself. He said, in my own skin, I feel
Wow.
purpose. Comfortable in my own skin. Um, and you would never know from the outside looking in that he had those struggles. You
Yeah.
know, he's a healthy, strong man, but carries himself well. But you would never know that he had these challenges.
Mm.
Um, Also, he said one other thing is that just being available again to the people that he loved, his family, he was not available during his active addiction to
Wow.
them. He stressed them out basically.
Mm.
If they needed his support, he wasn't able to give it. But he said,
Yeah.
now I can give my family support financially
Wow.
and emotionally. He said he's able
Wow.
to show up in life now, and he's felt proud of that. I was proud of him.
Yeah.
Um, what else did he say, Dr. Vanessa? He said he almost yelled this through the roof. He said, I have choices. I was like, you have
Wow.
choices?
Come
I said,
on.
okay. Yeah, he's have choices now. He said active addiction leaves you with no choices in life because it absolutely consumes you. Everything that you do is your addiction and your
Wow.
crave and getting
And
that,
it
that
and it's almost like
feeling.
it literally makes the choice for you. You know,
Exactly.
you're at
Yes.
the back seat while it's making the choice for you. Wow.
Absolutely. It was
Mm.
deep. He said, now, Dr. Vanessa, he has the choice now to do whatever he wants to do in life. Just the simple things that we take for granted of. He said, I choose to get up and go to work in the morning.
I choose.
I choose. I
Come
have
on.
that choice, right? In recovery,
Mm.
in active addiction, you're not working. You're working to get the next high. That's what it
Yeah.
is, right?
Mhm.
He said he get up now and he's okay. He mows the lawn. He chooses to mow the lawn. He says he chooses to be a good person.
Wow.
Um, he chooses just to have a good life and show up in a good way.
Mm.
The purpose in his life that he said that he feels more empathy for people and
Mhm.
having a purpose um, to help others through the negative experiences that he
Mm.
had that face, and he was able to help others. He said that gives him the most fulfillment, being able to
Wow.
have help others, and he has a purpose in life. I was
Wow.
so proud of him, so proud of him.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
such a powerful testimony. I
Hmm.
mean, I'm sure to some of the viewers on now, this is a This is an encouragement.
Yeah.
Again, let's not keep this to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Like, share, let's help others be aware. But
Mm-hmm.
that's such a powerful testimony as to how he received life, how he
Yeah.
has life now, right?
Mhm.
The power of choice is actually there. Nothing's controlling him, but now he's able to control his choices that he
That's
makes.
right.
And he's able to experience the fruit of those choices.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful. And it
Yeah.
sounds like, and just like what you've mentioned, it's
Mm-hmm.
a day-to-day choice. It's a day-to-day choice. So
Mm-hmm.
every day he's choosing to live, and every day, we're choosing to live. And I'm sure that that's the pathway of recovery as well.
That's right.
Whether it's with medication, whether it's a faith-based program, whether it's one of the groups that are out there, NA or AA, um, it's making the daily decision to actually choose life and not allowing something to decide for us, a
Mm-hmm.
substance to decide for us, or um, actually allowing it. I heard too, through what he shared in his testimony, that he's able to actually feel now. He's able to actually experience and feel empathy, and he chooses
Mm-hmm.
to empathize. That's awesome. Because now, instead of like what we said on the broadcast before, instead of running from the pain or the discomfort, he's actually feeling the
Yeah.
emotions that come with choices, that come with difficulties, and
Yeah.
being able to navigate and process through those things. That's powerful.
Yes, it
The
is.
power of choice. I'm
My
choosing
goodness.
to actually feel. I'm
Come on
choosing
now.
to experience the emotions. I know what it feels to be happy now. I know what it is to have joy, you
Wow.
know. Um, and I also know when, oh, yeah, that doesn't feel too good. And I can understand. That's powerful. He feels it himself, now able to express that to someone else and encourage somebody else. That's powerful. So
Yeah.
I see all through this the power of choice. All
Yes.
through this recovery, it's a daily choice to choose life. It's a
Mhm.
daily choice to not allow something to choose for me, but to take that choice and choose. Scripture says, choose this day who we're going to serve. That's the power that we have today, is to choose.
Mhm.
Any last takeaways that you wanted to share?
Amen. Well, I would tell anyone who's tuned in, whether you are in active addiction or you're in recovery or know someone who is, or family member who wants some more information or need help, remember that if you're in an emergency, if you feel suicidal or if
Mm,
having mental a breakdown, or if you having any questions about drugs or alcohol or just someone to talk to, call 988. That's the lifeline that's available 24 hours for anyone. Also,
mm.
you have 211 Info Line, who also can provide recovery resources for you. And if, I always say, if you are any immediate emergency, someone you run into somebody who's overdosing, immediately, please, please call 911. The sooner you get the help, the better.
Absolutely. The
Hmm.
sooner you get the help, the better.
Yeah.
And that applies to everything. This was so
Hmm.
good.
Yeah.
Now we have the choice today between life and death, blessings
Hmm.
and curses. We call on all of heaven to witness the decision that you and I make today. Oh, that we would choose life so that we can live and our descendants can live as well. Go ahead and put hashtag I choose life. Say how you're going to choose life. Even if this doesn't directly apply to you, I'm sure there's family members, friends, coworkers that we've probably even heard of that would benefit from this. Say how you're going to choose life today. They're sharing, as always. This is always a great time discussing and unpacking this topic and this discussion. So everyone tune in, like, share, let everyone be aware. But tune in, catch us here again on the live next week or on the replay. Bye bye, everyone.